Cassettes. Ching.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
See that? He's saying something.
Hey, buddy.
Sit right down. He's
Sorry. He's like, get on with the program here.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry to cut you off, guys. Just want... Oh,
Yeah.
crap.
Yeah.
My Blues Brothers thing is falling down. So,
All right.
6 and 7 done.
Action. Take 2.
House number. What house number are we on?
How many houses does it take to necessitate? No, sorry. Well, that was a Winslow joke. Yes. Welcome back. Well, number 8 are we at?
Yeah, we're at number 8.
Number 8.
Wow.
Number 8 is just so great. So, Colin,
Yeah. Number
tell
8
us
is so
about
great.
number 8 and how great number 8
Okay,
is.
so at this point, I was like able to save more money quickly, and I was doing okay for myself. But I was done. Like 6 and 7 were going to be my last houses. All I wanted was the one more house.
Why did you always say that? So your last house. Why do you always think like that?
Because I didn't need any more.
Most
Like
people wouldn't say that.
I know, but when I was able to make 5, 6, 7K a month, I was, I didn't have any rent and food and stuff, so I was able to save $4,000 a month, $5,000 a month, and that was enough. Like I didn't need any more to live, so I was
Never
content.
enough. It was never enough.
There is enough, but it's just like if you had the money, you could do more stuff, obviously. But I was already happy with myself, and that's funny how when sometimes you do that way, you take that route, the universe or God or whatever is like, nope, sorry, son. It's every time you want something, you can't get it. But when you don't care, you get it. It's kind of funny how life works like that.
Yeah.
So, but I believe in the signs, and I'm just following. I've given up. I'm just following the journey now because I realize there's more out there than just me, and it makes you very humble. I tell you that. Anyhow, so house number 8,
What year are we at now here?
Oh, that's great. So 6 and 7 happened in 2018.
Okay.
Because then, literally, because it was like October, November of 2018, and then Corona hit right away, right?
2019.
Oh, sorry, when did Corona hit?
December of 2019.
Okay, so my bad. I lied. So December, October, and November was 6 and 7 of 19, and then 2020 was Corona then. Correct?
Well, for you math nerds out there, December
I forgot.
of 2019, and then lockdown started in
2020.
January
Okay, I wasn't sure. You're right, because it's COVID-19, so it started.
Yeah.
Okay, that's right. So basically, Corona hit. I just wanted the one more house because I wanted a garden, right?
One more, yes.
I just wanted a garden.
Yeah.
I wanted that master final place.
Yeah, fair enough.
That you always told me to get, and I thought it was going to be easy. And of course, I saved up 3-point-something million yen pretty quickly, like during, I'd say, the first year of Corona. And I just went out to look some houses for kicks. And I found one that was like 5-point-something million yen. And actually, no, I had 2.5 at the time. And I found a house for 5 million yen, and I offered 2.5 on it for a joke. I was kind of panicking, like I shouldn't be doing this with Corona. I don't know, maybe the world's going to end for all I know, right?
I think for some of the viewers out there, they'd probably be wondering, did you not offend some people by just offering them? Because for me as a seller, I would probably get offended and not even call you back if you said that to me.
You have to choose when you do that.
I see.
If a property is really nice looking and gorgeous, or you meet the owners and stuff like that, then you don't do that.
Did that ever happen to you?
Not really, no, because I chose when to do it and when not to do it.
Okay.
If it's a beat up old crap hole that an agent's selling you, and you're like, this is way overpriced, you got to know when it's overpriced or not as well, right? So then you know when to do it and when not to do it. I don't like lowballing. I don't advise doing that. You always want to get a deal. So you either get a deal or it's full price if it's a great house. But there's times where it's just a complete dump and you're like, the only way I'd get this is if it was a specific price. Yeah. And then that's when you can make those offers because you don't care if they say no.
Okay, so number 8, what was that?
So then, I was making an offer. It was 5 for the house and I offered 2.5 and they countered at 3 and I said, no, I got 2.5. And their final offer is 2.9.
That's a low ball right there, 2.5.
Yeah, well, I didn't want a low ball. That's all I had.
Yeah, okay, fair enough.
So it was Corona.
Lowballing,
it was Corona, and I wasn't sure what was going to happen. This was the early Corona. We don't know what's going on here.
True,
Maybe the whole world might go to crap. The house would be worth nothing. Yeah. So I'm like, do I want to go through this with no money or not? So I'm like, I shouldn't be getting this. Yeah. But if they give 2.5, maybe I'll go for it. So I left it at the sign, and then they said no to my 2.5, and then somebody came in and offered 4-point-something, and they took the house. So I could have had it at 2.9 if I wanted it, which I regret now because it was a great deal.
It happens sometimes. Yeah.
But it happens sometimes, and it wasn't meant to be. There's a lot of meant to be's and not meant to be. So one door closes, 2 open, I always say. So basically,
or 17 in this situation.
17 doors.
Get it? Sorry. His math is not very. Oh, we're not doing that anymore these days. His math isn't very good anymore. His math is not so good anymore. So I need to help him. He's getting a bit older. Yeah. Yeah.
So anyhow, basically, I live there,
Yeah.
and I've always looked. We're in my man cave right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I've always looked from my balcony down to the man cave, which is a massive yard.
Wish you could zoom out. Pretty cool place, guys.
Yeah, I'll show you later.
Yeah.
But my garden, oh man, I wish I had that place.
Yeah.
You know? And then there was this one day, there's a staircase between the two houses. And there was this one day where these guys who were living here, I never met them actually. Because I only considered them my neighbors, and he wasn't really my neighbor. Never talked to him at all the 4 years I lived here. And they put some sticks against our wall. They have this massive piece of land, and they're cutting trees down. They're putting all the branches and stuff against my wall. My wife was like, who do these arrogant people think they are? They get away with this crap. They have all this land. They can't do that. I'm like, calm down. It's okay. I'm going to go talk to them. She was pissed. So she did.
Are like that.
Yeah. Little anal retentive. There's little things. I'm like, okay, calm down. And she went over, and she's a spark plug. You know, she's in the angry mood, and then she's got the, smiley mood. So she came back about 30 minutes later, all smiling and happy. Yay. I'm like, didn't you go over to get angry? I was like, that's all cool. Yeah. She's like that. She goes up and down like a tidal wave. Anyhow, and she came up, oh, by the way, they're going to sell. So that's why they didn't ever come over to introduce themselves. Yeah. I'm like, say what? So that's when
cha-ching.
Well, it was a cha-ching, but I knew, but in my mind, I'm like, there's no way I'm going to be able to afford that house.
Yeah, this place is huge.
It's huge. So at the time, I only had so much money in the bank account. Okay, I don't want to tell you what I paid for this because you'd be like, what the hell?
Yeah.
You'd be like, that's impossible.
Maybe you can pop this up on the screen for viewers.
Yeah, I will. As we're doing this.
Do a little show of the backyard. It's whoa.
Yeah, it's unheard of, especially in the Kanto area, to find land like this. Yeah. You can't find this big plot, let alone gardens like this. It's all concrete too, right? It's like 4 or 5 houses worth. Yeah. So anyhow, I came over, I started talking to them, chit-chatting, so I heard you're selling, blah, blah, blah. Have you listed it yet? No, we haven't listed yet because we're not going to move until next October, which is 8 months away. I'm like, oh, good. I said, don't list it yet. Let's talk some business. This will be my first time talking to a neighbor and trying to get a direct deal. And obviously by the size of this land, you can think it's going to be a massive price. However, it's non-rebuildable. Technically, I could argue with the city hall on this one because there's a staircase there. That's another story. But anyhow, somebody buying it can't get a loan, etc. So they couldn't put a price on how much it's worth. And I said to the guy, I have X amount of dollars in the bank. And he's like, oh, I think the house is worth Y amount of dollars. I'm like, yeah, I think so too. But I only got X amount of dollars in the bank. So he's like, oh, then you can't do Z amount of dollars? I'm like, Z amount of dollars? It came to our price, and I'm like, what? It was so low, and I didn't have that cash, but for this size of land, let's just say, just for sakes of the story, let's say this place is worth $800,000. Yeah. And he came back to me with a price of, he was hoping to get $400,000 for it. But he's like, and I said, but I only have this. He's like, well, so you can't come down to $200,000 and something like that, or 20 million. I'm like, what? If you said that number, I'd be like, wow.
So you got like a 75% discount.
Yeah, I'd be like, wow, I want to find that money somewhere and somehow.
Yeah.
And I know I'm good at saving money. Yeah. And I know he wants to move in October. Yeah. I said, hey, I know you can't match my offer, and I want to match yours. I said, how about this? You give me this price, I can have this amount of money by the time you move. Yeah. And you could take your time. You could live here as long as you want until I pay you off. Yeah. He's like, okay.
Wow.
He agreed to that offer because I matched what he wanted. He didn't want to, because what happens when you put a house online to sell in Japan is that once you get an offer on it and you accept it, you got to get out. Yeah. And he didn't want that pressure. So basically me agreeing to his terms, he's like, yeah, he was happy. It was like,
win-win for everyone.
It's a win-win for everybody. Well, it was a huge win for me. I was like so thankful. I was kissing his ass all the time. I was very happy about that. He gave me the house, man. He gave it to me. I felt so bad, you know.
Any idea why he did that? Was he dying or something, or what? He didn't care, or what?
It's funny you say that. Yeah. He was going to the hospital for some checkups and stuff like that. But they basically wanted it was a lot of work to take care of the yard out there, as you know. Yeah. So he wanted to get something smaller. He wanted to downsize. This guy actually worked on the original Nozomi Shinkansen. He was a programmer for it.
Yeah.
Smart guy. Yeah. I think he was just being nice to me. Rather than giving some random stranger, he wanted to give it to me. And I kept saying, I love your garden. I've been watching it for the last 4 years. I'd love to take care of it. Yeah. Nature's beautiful. I was like, I wasn't lying. I was being honest with him. I really wanted it. And it really struck home with him. And I said, hey, if we work directly without the agent involved, we can save all that money on the commission, etc. And then the last thing he said is like, okay, I'll accept your offer. However, we have to use my agent. I'm like, okay. Yeah. I didn't want to argue it up, so I used his agent, and we got the deal. And even the agent was like, this price is a little bit lower than I think you'd get for it. Like, like he told me I could flip this for double the money easily. Yeah. But I'm like, I'm not flipping this. This is my treasure, man. This is my gold. This is my man cave. It's my palace. Yeah. So buying this just ended my Izu dream. Because not only did I get what I want, but I got it here, which we thought was unheard of. I thought I'd have to move to Izu or Nagano or something to get what I want, like a garden this size. Yep. So, you have a question about that?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm here now and I know the place. I've seen it and everything. But yeah, for everyone who hasn't seen it, I mean, like I said, Izu is pretty amazing for all you guys who haven't been there. It's the landscaping, priceless. Everything. I mean, it's a lot nicer than Saitama, but just because his current house is literally, no joking, if we had shovels, we could dig a tunnel from this man cave to his house under the street, under the walkway, and make it work. Or if we wanted to.
Or a slide.
Yeah, or a slide across would be, or a zip line or whatever. It's literally a couple meters. So, this place is, and by the way, it's a bungalow, for any of you wondering, which is, I don't know what percentage of houses in Tokyo or Saitama or Japan are bungalows.
Yeah, bungalows are rare.
Less than 3-4%.
They're rare and amazing.
The space is so expensive. This is
because this place is 400 meters squared, the land.
Yeah, that's quite big
for Japan. It's huge.
So, but again, there is a slight catch. It is it's not rebuildable, and there's a staircase going down.
However, that's that's a great point because nobody bothers me.
True.
It's very private.
Maybe you can tell them about the open sign. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I put an open sign outside my door, and I had a few people come in.
One of those neon ones, you get from Costco or whatever.
Yeah, and they came in. Hey, are you open for business here? What are you selling and stuff like? I'm like, oh, this is my house. Like, had it a couple times that happened.
We put up some of those Costco string lights,
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks kind of like an outdoor cafe or something, but yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, the place is amazing, so it's a killer deal, and you pretty much haven't done a single thing to the place, have you?
Yeah, considering it's built in the '60s. I put some wallpaper on one side of the room. That's it. Nothing else. Everything
looks great. Yeah.
Because in the future,
it's livable.
Yeah, it's very livable. It's actually in better shape than some of the houses I bought, and it's older. So you never know. Years doesn't mean anything. It really means how well they kept the place.
Do you have any future plans for this place, or?
Use it as my man cave until I finish my empire, and then maybe renovate this into a new house.
Finish the empire. So what number house will that be, Mr. Colin?
I don't know. Maybe the Monopoly board at 22. It was supposed to be 17, but we'll see. It depends on my mood. We'll see. Like I said, the universe is guiding me, so I'm just going along with the flow.
He'll end when YouTube ends, which who knows, me never. So,
but anyhow, maybe I might tear this down and build a new house if I can, or renovate it or something. I'm not sure because I do love what it is.
I like how it is. Yeah,
I really like it.
It's not leaking, right?
No,
not leaking.
So it's a tough one. It's gonna break my heart.
Yeah.
So speaking of which, I worked on the garden for the guy, and I did my best to change it the way I wanted it. And I sent the wife some pictures because we were still friends online. And she said, "Oh, he just died a couple weeks ago." I'm like,
"Oh wow, that's sad." Yeah,
he died.
How many years ago did you buy this place, sorry?
I bought this place. Good question.
6 years ago.
Has it been nothing that long? No, I was 6 and 7 is 2 years. So I bought this in maybe 2021.
Okay, so something 4 years ago. Yeah, okay.
2021.
So maybe he did know that he was. On his last 2 years though. Yeah.
I'll put the date in there later. I forgot. I've been here for at least 3 or 4 years. So basically, he died maybe 8 months after selling me the place.
8 months after?
Yeah.
Oh, so that's probably one of the reasons.
It just happened. The wife said he knew, and I sent the picture. It broke my heart to hear that because I recorded them in a couple of my videos. I blurred out their faces.
Yeah.
But
I saw those,
Yeah, but he was such a nice guy, humble guy. He taught me about all the plants in his garden. I kept as many as I could, but some of them had to go because I
guess you had to change a chord with him, and he obviously liked you. And thing, and he knew you were going to carry on his garden legacy. And what about his wife? His wife is still.
Yeah, she's still alive.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was good.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's the important thing to know is when you're negotiating for houses, it's not about coming over here, here's my money, give me the house. It doesn't work like that.
Yeah.
A lot of deals I pulled off for me or my clients has been through charm. Because they're like, nah, and you just convince them, as simple as buying a bike from the store. Sometimes they might not sell it to you for a specific reason. They're good people. Okay, then they sell it to them. Just think that.
I remember you saying that. We'll probably get more into that in some of the future houses you bought where it didn't matter about the money.
Yeah.
It was because of your ability or your charm or your
some of my clients got turned down even though they offer full price, but some got accepted because I convinced them.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
All right, well, number 8, super great, right? It's what it is. All right, so 8. Man cave, you got it all, man.
I'm done.
You're done,
I'm
right?
done.
Number 8.
I'm freaking
That's
done. That was it.
That's it. Baby, number 9, here we go.
Oh, what, 9?
Number 9, yeah, number 9.
There were no plans for number 9 until some turkey head I know, one of my friends that I've been friends with for since being in Japan. We worked at the same Juku together.
Some guy with no hair, I don't know. He's
2000. You had hair at the time.
Yeah.
2000. We met in 2004.
4-ish around there, yeah.
Yeah. 2004. And you're the guy who said, "Hey, I don't have a house. Or I don't have a journey like you, so I'm living my life through you, and I love what you're doing.
Yeah.
So don't stop. You got to get 10." You remember saying that to me?
Because I actually made him a key holder, a key rack. And I think it had, 10 houses on there?
Yeah.
It had the ability to hold, it had 10 hooks, right?
Yeah, but you made that for me when I had 10, I think.
No, I bought it for when you had 8 because I had put 2 extra. So just in case, I thought, okay, you're never going to have more than 10, right?
Okay.
Yeah, you look it up.
Okay, we'll check. It's on my YouTube banner now.
Yeah,
so.
it was Christmas of 2020-ish, around there, 21.
Okay.
Yeah.
So right after I bought this place, maybe, yeah. Because I hung it up in here, right? So.
That's right, yeah. Little did I know, the rack of 10 hooks was not nearly enough.
It's obsolete.
Yeah.
That's the funniest thing. Just as after he made it too, the empire started growing.
I know.
Because that's when things really started to take off.
Yeah.
And it's because of you, because you pushed me. You're like, what did you say?
Thanks. I said a lot of bad things to you. I mean, I said a lot of great things to you. What do you mean? I don't know. I don't know what I said. I can't remember it, man.
You're like, you got to get 10, man. You can't
10
quit.
seemed like a nice whole number, right?
Because he's the guy that's go, do. I'm a doer, but here's enough. That's enough for me. I don't need to do any more than this, And I was happy. 8, I got my man cave. That's all I wanted. I had good income. I was making 6-7K a month. Yeah. I had my man cave. Good, retired. Still running my school. But you got to remember, my school is making a lot more than it is now. So houses I lost from my school. So it's kind of broken even to a certain point, obviously. But you told me that, and then I'm like, you know what?
So now you were making more money off of your rentals than you were from your school, right?
Just barely, yeah. Let me just say, I had 6, 7, 2, 3 in my condo. And my condo was paid off for, so I was making more of like 9 a month. Yeah, you're right. I was making more off my rents.
Yeah.
And obviously I cared about my school, but I wasn't going as gung-ho as I would. Like, come on, let's get more students. I didn't need it. I was just going a status quo job, doing this, and I was happy, so.
Now, just to remind you guys, 10 houses, these are all paid off for, correct?
Yes.
All paid off for, that's
8. Well, I was living in 2 and I was renting 6.
Yeah, sorry, number 9 now. Number 9, all paid off for, unbelievable. Number 9,
it's all cash, right? Yeah. So number 9, basically, I had, how much did I have? I think I had 7 million in the bank. And I basically wasn't serious about buying any properties. But my sister was coming, you pushing that thing, and I just created my YouTube. That's actually when I just created my YouTube channel, actually. I wanted to make some content for my my videos for views.
Like 10 subscribers, I remember that.
Yeah, and it was pretty insane. Huh? You never know, right? And basically, Christmas, I put up my put up a viewing video of one of those 5 houses I looked at. The white big one I saw up in Omiya, which I never bought.
Yeah, remember that one?
That was one of the 5. I didn't buy that one, even though it was a good deal, because it was an hour from the station. I'd rather choose something near me and closer to the station. But I had that video kicking around, so I'm like, it'll be one of my early videos. I put that up, and I woke up Christmas morning with like 20,000 views on it. I'm like, what the heck?
That's
and my subscribers started going up. Like, okay, that's interesting. So then I started realizing, I need to start making more videos for this if I want to keep this going, right? And I didn't record. Well, I did record, but older video cameras, etc., for my old videos, and I didn't see that many houses over the years. So I had what I had. I was going to run out eventually. So I just looked online, and there was this house that was like 12.8, I think it was, months ago that I saw, because I look once in a while for fun, but I can't afford that. So when I was looking that specific day, this same house popped up again for, I think it was 10.8. It's Nishiurua again. And I'm like, ooh, it came down. I'm like, I've seen that house before. Is that the same house? So I decided to give the guy a call for fun. And I'm like, yeah, this is house. Something happened. They got rejected for their loan. Can't get loans on non-rebuildable houses. And I said, oh, can I come see the house? And he's like, yeah, okay, I'll show it to you tomorrow. I said, okay. Hung up the phone. Calls me back 5 minutes later. Oh, are you paying cash? I said, yes, I got cash. He's like, I'll be right over. He literally drove me in his Benz. He drove me all the way to I think it was a Benz. Picked me up from my house, drove me all the way down there to see the house, 30-minute drive. And I looked at him. Well, I already knew from the pictures it looked decent. When I looked at him, like, this place doesn't need any renovations. It was in great condition. You remember that house?
And yeah, and what was the reason they dropped the price $2 million?
Because the people, they wanted to sell it quickly, and the people who originally offered full price at 12.8, because it was worth 12.8.
It was, yeah.
Is because they went for a loan and they got rejected. So the seller's like, oh man, this is a pain. And they want to get rid of it quickly. It was like a shobun, they call it, throwing away house in Japanese. And I didn't have enough, obviously, and I didn't think I'd get it. 10.8. You know me. I don't want. My goal is I don't want to pay more than 10 if I have to for a house. Well, that time, and I made. Well, I got 7. I wasn't lying. I had 7 in the bank. Of course, I could stall like I always do. And he's like, well, nah, it's too low. I'm like, oh, maybe 8. Like thinking, and he's like, oh, we already had somebody offer 8.5 for cash. I'm like, okay. But he says, if you take the deal right now, we'll do it for 8. And I asked him nice. I said, why would you do it for 8 with me when you got 8.5 on the table already? He says, because that guy wants a property check and he wants to get the registration for the land itself. And that's going to cost a couple grand right there, right? And it's going to take 2 or 3 months. And he says, you're right here, right now.
Nice.
And because he could have lied. He could have said anything to me, you know, and I could have thought about it. But he's like, I'm telling you this right now because I want you to say yes right to my face. I'm like, I just jumped the gun. I'm like, okay, we're doing it.
So from 12.8 to 8.5.
8.
Sorry, 8.
8.
Excuse me. 8.
Yeah, 8. So holy crap, right? I mean, like, I shouldn't be telling
your renovations right there paid for.
Well, yeah, I mean, like, it was already renovated.
Yeah.
So those kind of deals right now are non-existent, especially in this area. That was just a.
He said it about 7 times in the last 5 hours.
Yeah, I know, but I'm also referring to today. This was 2000. This was during Corona as well, right? Yeah. So, and like you said, no renovations. It had a good bathroom, good kitchen. Everything was in great condition. Wallpaper was done. He even cleaned the place. I'm like, wow. I'm like, okay. So I was like, I can't say no to this. And of course, I had time to get the extra $1 million and change, plus his fees, etc. So it cost about 8.7 at the end of the day. Say whatever.
What a great deal.
What a great deal. Wow. Now, you might be reasoning why they got rejected for the loan, etc. So there's non-rebuildable houses.
Yeah.
There's one more thing.
Which is?
When a house isn't registered. So the house on selling on paper was registered at, the land was small too, so it kind of makes it valued, but the registered land the house was 44 meters squared for the house. I'm like, this is not 44.
Do you want to tell some of the people there what that means by when you say the land was not registered?
It means that not the land, the renovations weren't registered. So the house itself, the house size on paper versus what reality says is different. So to register that, when you make a renovation house to extend the house, you got to register with the city office, which raises your taxes, etc. And if you don't have it properly exact, you can't get a loan on that. So that was the reason that happened. So it was 44 on paper. But when I looked at it, it looked more like 65 to me. I'm like, this is not 44. That's impossible. So, well, that's great because it makes it look like a crappier house on paper, which makes more negotiations possible, right? And no loans and only cash.
Mr. Lucky again.
So, Mr. Lucky again, yes. So basically, I pulled it off. Now, I was getting a little nervous during the process because he had to get 13 people to sign over. It was one of the family. They received the house from a dead parent or something, and they had to get all the signatures. So I was getting a little nervous that they were going to change their mind because it was a great deal, right? But it didn't. Now, here's one thing. Most houses, when you buy them, you get them as is, okay? This house was renovated, right? So the guy selling, the agent, was had the honor system. Some give you 3 months worth of warranty, which I wasn't aware of. I'm not sure if this one had it or not, but he kept his word because within, I say 3 weeks, it started leaking. It was the renovation guy didn't do a good job on the roof. And I was looking for people to do it, and I just called them up. Just like I thought I'd have to deal with it. It's like, crap, that's why it was so cheap. Blah blah blah. And damn it, I knew I missed something because you can't tell the roofs, right?
Yeah.
They renovate everything, but that they missed the part. I thought the roof was bad, but the roof's not bad.
They just could have just happened.
Yeah, it was just a caulking area that they forgot to caulk. Like brain dead. So the wind, when it was normal rainy, no, it was when the wind was strong, it blew to the side. So basically I called the guy up, just, hey, do you know somebody that's leaking that can recommend, since you did this house? He's like, oh, actually, I'll take care of that. He got it all done, paid for everything, got it done.
So it was all free?
It was all free, yeah.
Okay.
Part of like his guarantee.
Well, it was under warranty, right?
I wasn't sure about that. Because some houses do give you that, because I'm not sure. I didn't ask him when the renovations were done.
Is this the fella who ended up renting the house? I remember there was one builder or something you ended up renting.
Oh, no. This is the agent. He's just a different guy. So that was nice of him to actually do that. He didn't have to do that, right? He actually did it. It's pretty insane.
Amazing again, yeah.
Do you have any questions about that house?
Yeah, so that one you ended up paying, you said 8 million, and you didn't have to spend anything on renovations, right?
Yeah.
And do you still have the same, I'm just going to ask you, do you still have the same tenants in that house, any of the houses?
Yeah, that has the same tenants.
Have you ever had tenants that have moved in from day one and are still there?
Yeah, the place that I renovated, property number 4, the dump.
Yeah.
They're still there.
Wow.
They've been there since old Japanese couple. They've been still there, yeah. I think they're the only ones that are still there. I mean, some of these tenants are new, right? So the people I rented house number 9 to are still there, yeah, because it's been only started renting out for the last 3 years.
And also earlier you were talking about
3 years?
registering land and stuff.
Yeah.
I think that's an important topic to cover. I think it's really important that you spend that extra money and make sure you get your land registered. And what I mean by that is, in Japan, when you buy a property, all the adjacent and surrounding owners need to all sign off on where the boundaries are. And if not, you can get around it and still buy the property, but if not, you might have some serious issues in the future, right?
It can be an issue. However, I'm the opposite. I like those deals because they give you really good deals on the house. It's not worth, because it's going to cost you $3-4 grand to do that. When you're buying a $50,000, $100,000 house, you want to save every penny you can. Like, why would you rent?
It's good to let people know, you know.
No, of course, those are the things. But they're not that big of a deal. Like, at the end of the day, if you're just living there and you're renting it out, your neighbors are always going to have disputes, no matter what. Even I have one house that's registered, and even then they still dispute it. So these things can come up, and they're hard to predict in the future. You just have to look at previous data. The agent's going to be honest with you. And that was one issue with that house, why I got it for such a good deal, number 4, is because there was a dispute on the lines there. And I think the previous owner was just tired of it and they want to get rid of the property. So these things, you can find yourself a good deal because they don't want to take care of that. And as somebody renovating and renting it out, those disputes don't mean anything. You're still going to live there. You know, a tree's going over your land. Like, give me a break. Just stupid shit like that.
So who did you end up renting that wonderful place out to?
Number 9?
Yeah.
Oh, a lovely Chinese couple, actually.
Oh.
Yeah.
Ni hao.
Yeah, funny enough. And I use an agent to find those ones.
Yeah.
So most people I find on my own, but those, you know, sometimes the agents find them, so they found them for me.
What are some pluses and minuses using an agent as opposed to
plus, doing it on, you can get a better deal for your tenant. You save them a lot of money, and you can have direct contact. You can find a tenant quicker. But there's a lot of minuses. You get the headaches from them. They treat you differently. They think now that you're a friend, they can get a deal and all this. And they abuse your kindness sometimes. Not everybody, but there are ones that do that. And I'm a nice guy, so it's hard to say no sometimes, you know. Or you expect to take care of their land, cutting trees and all that stuff. Like, you can do it.
Yeah.
You live there, but I do these things. But going through an agent costs. I break even with an agent because I get the money back from charging them anyways. But you get so many benefits from using an agent. Because you get the safety net with somebody between you, you guarantee your rent maybe. The negatives would be that they're slow. at the job. So I do both at the same time, obviously. Whoever wins gets the thing. I actually used to do it all my own, but now I'm swaying towards agents. The only issue with the agents, like I said, is they're slower. So it's like, you still want to find a tenant, right? So it's hit and miss.
Yeah.
You know, and they also don't think, they always try to lowball you as a landlord. They think, oh, this is all you can get. I'm like, no, that's not true. You can get more. Because they're trying to get it solved right away.
I've heard stories, in case there's any agents out there, no disrespect, but this guy probably knows your job better than most of the agents out there. Isn't that true?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
God, some of the stories I've heard you talk about agents in there.
I'd say 90% are useless.
Yeah, 95, yeah, okay.
95, yeah. Like I have to teach them how to do their own job.
I've heard you talk about them before.
Yeah, I make a lot of jokes and stuff. Well, it's because a lot of them are just salaryman. But there's some that are actually good at their job. But you got to remember this. If they're really, really good at their job, would they be doing that? They'd be just buying everything like me. You know, they'd take it a different route. So it's a job for them. Because I ask them sometimes why they don't do it. Some do.
Yeah.
Because they get access to the deals before I do.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking, why are you showing me this? You should be buying this house, you know?
But a lot of people, that's the other thing that he hasn't really, kind of dove into is this guy is a saving machine. Like, most people can't do what you did or do what you've done.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, I mean, in the world we live in, people always want the latest cell phones and they want the newest clothes and they want to go to the best places. And, I used to make fun of this guy when I first met him, and did I ever make fun of him? He was, again, I mean, no disrespect, he was the cheapest guy I ever met in my life,
Yeah, I know.
Cheapest guy, used to make fun of him.
Not cheap, frugal.
Okay, frugal is the word we're using these days. He was frugal, and
Meanwhile, I
wouldn't
bought him
go
lunch
out
all the time.
and just try to cut corners on every single thing.
Yeah.
And me and a few of his buddies, we'd laugh at him, make fun of him, and all that stuff. And then as the years went on, and we saw him buying a few houses here and a few more houses there, and then I should use plural, but 2 houses at once, whatever. And anyways, we're like, geez, and he started, acquiring all these places, and his money's income started going up, and he, I don't know, after about the 7th or 8th house, I guess he had so much more money. He just got to a point where, I'm not going to be frugal or cheap anymore, and he just ended up splurging and
treating everybody for lunches. I mean, I did that before anyways, but I was able to do it a lot easier now.
Yeah.
I mean, you must have been ticked off when I passed you in income.
Yeah, I used to make a lot of money, and I used to probably make double what he made when I was younger. And anyways, to make a long story short, I'm sorry, Colin, for making fun of you all those years, because now you're richer than me, a lot richer. So don't make fun of him. If you have any friends like him, or if you can, teach your kids to be frugal and save. And
yeah, you used to make triple what I did.
And you too can.
Yeah, and he's always making fun of me. You made almost 3 times the money I did, and he kept trying to tell me how to live life and what to do.
Go minasai, I'm sorry.
And now it's like, don't get me wrong.
Ching, ching, ching.
Don't get me wrong. This guy is kicking ass at life in his own way.
I'm making good money. I don't have as many houses as him, but I do have a beautiful house in the.
You got a couple houses.
Most expensive area in
Tokyo. He's doing okay for himself.
And also one in the beachside in Chiba, but yeah,
he's doing okay for himself.
I don't have 17.
Yeah,
anyways,
but no, it's just funny that it happened.
So the big old number 10.
Yep.
Let's get into it.
Well, because I had number 9.
Yep.
I got to get 10, right?
Yeah.
Like you said, I'm right there.
10 is such a nice
and
number.
I literally just bought 10.
Yeah.
But remember, the paperwork's not done yet. The paperwork for that 10 for number 9 didn't get signed for like 3 or 4 months later because I was waiting for all the other people to come. So I was getting nervous, like, oh, is this going to fall through?
Yeah.
I thought they were having second thoughts or doubts about it. So it went through. I think I saw it in October and it went through in March. Yeah. So it took 4 or 5 months to do. Anyhow, during that time, I think my sister was coming to see me, to visit me here. She was staying in my man cave. Yeah. And I was just looking online and I saw this house for, I think it was 5.5 million yen. Mm-hmm. It was okay located. Yeah. It was a non-rebuildable house. It was off a gravel road. It was kind of it's probably one of my worst properties in Saitama. Mm-hmm. But I didn't have much money, so I couldn't be too picky.
Yep.
And I had my rental guy. Mm-hmm. One of my rental guys that I worked part-time for me to do stuff I wanted. A lackey, you'd call him, I guess. Mm-hmm. And he needed a home.
Mm-hmm. Oh, this guy.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah.
don't ever do this. Anyhow, I saw this house for cheap, you know, I'm like, and I went there, I saw it, I put my bid in, they laughed at me. But it was an agent directly selling it to me. I think they bought it and they didn't want it. They were trying to flip it, I guess. And I think I finally got my offer in for, was it 3.75? I offered 3 or 2.5. They said no. I offered 3. They said no. I offered 3.5. Yeah. They said no. And they said the lowest we go is 4. I'm like, nah, I don't think so.
Yeah.
I didn't really want it, but I was like, if I get it, I'll get it. And then I sent the email. My final offer is 3.8. Yeah. And I don't think he read the email. Yeah. Because I gave him a call the same night I sent the email, and I said, I would like to buy, I want to pay 4 million yen, but I wanted to include all the fees. Yeah, yeah. He says, well, we can't do that, but I understand what you're saying. So in order to get that deal, you should offer something more like 3.5. I'm thinking, I did. Yeah, yeah. Like, did you miss that? Yeah. And I'm like, I hope he didn't see my email of 3.8.
This is a good one, yeah.
Yeah, and he didn't, I don't know, he missed it or what, or he misread it. Yeah. Because literally, he gave me the house for 3.5. Yeah. So including all the fees, it came to 3.8. Yeah. Because it's cheaper. At those times, there was less, it was only percentage on your agent fee.
Is this your cheapest house that you bought so far?
Inside Tama. Yeah. Inside Tama, yes.
I bet you a lot of you thinking, okay, that's 3.5 for a house. It's unbelievable. Yeah. That's the cheapest house. Is that the cheapest house of all your 17 houses?
No.
No. Insane, right?
No. Okay. But anyhow, so that deal, I'm glad he misread that email or something, because he accepted my offer. And at those times, it was 5%.
He never went back and saw his emails?
I don't know. He never said anything. He went through the deal, and he charged me 5% to his commission fee and all that stuff, and all the other stuff. Yeah. Well, nowadays the rules changed. Now it's $330 no matter the price. Yeah. So you can't get those deals anymore. Okay. So that's why I came to 3.8. So I got it under the 4. So luckily he didn't read that email or he misread it or something, because I would have been paying 4 point something. So whatever, he accepted the deal. So obviously I got the house, and then I basically gave it to my lackey. I said live there. I pretty much said, you can take the first whole pile of months for free. Yeah. You know, I didn't need the money, and I just wanted to get him there to help him out in life. So,
in return for what?
For him to help me do stuff.
Was he going to renovate the place?
Yeah.
Free of charge?
Yeah, that's the whole plan.
Okay. And how'd that work out for you?
Not so well.
Care to share?
Sometimes you get people who just use you. Yeah. So now, I've been busy in life, so that's something I got to deal with, is you get bad tenants, and that's a bad tenant. I basically threw him a bone. Yeah. He had a car accident after that, he said, or whatever. All these things happened to him. He's had some bad luck. Yes, I give it to him. Yeah. He's that negative kind of guy. So I thought me helping him, he'd be like, okay, let's get back together here. Let's work hard. So I gave him those first 4 or 5 months for free to help him out, to get on his feet. I was trying to throw him a bone, and then he got in an accident, and he still didn't work. His dad died. There's all these things, right? Stories after stories. Now, they're true stories, but who knows what's added to them or not. And he just lost his motivation to work and all that stuff. So he's been sitting there, and he hasn't done any renovations or nothing. He hasn't kept his word. So luckily I got that place for pretty much free, like it's cheap. So it's just sitting there. So I'm going to have to kick him out at some point, you know? And it's hard because he worked for me for so long, and he did a lot of good things for me. And I've been good to the guy, but...
Well, why don't you charge him for rent now? Tell him, sorry, you need to...
I try. Yeah. But he's like, oh, I can't get the money. I don't have the money. He's just, you know, those excuses. You know those kind of people. So sometimes it happens, and, you know, I don't want to take him to court, obviously. But I'm going to ask him to leave nicely. Problem is that I've been so busy the last year and a bit, 2 years, that this happened right before the boom happened in my life. So I got distracted from it. So that's one of the things I have to go back and deal with. So number 10 is a dud in that sense. However, the bonus is number 10. Yes, it was a dud in the property, but it leaped me to the rest of my life where I'm in now, because 10's the magical number, as you say. Any other questions about that property?
I don't want that to let you discourage people out there, but yeah, I mean, 1 out of 10 is not bad. You're going to get that in all aspects of business and stuff, you know.
And it happens to the guy that you know.
Yeah.
All right, so that's house number 10 for you. Wow, house number 10. Well, we made it to 10. Thanks to you, buddy. You pushed me to 10. And well, was I not prepared for what was going to happen next. And I wasn't referring to that with a dog jumping out of the window there. What's he doing? The whole fucking thing is falling apart here, folks.
He was trying to balance on that little step, all four.
He's trying to get in.
He knows. Ma, go around, dummy.
Go around.
He knows. He knows. He's not that dumb.
Okay. All right.
He's having a good time out there. Okay. Back with another one.
All right, so 10. 10 was my goal. It was where I reached, and that's basically because I started the YouTube channel. And
look who's back. So 10.
10, yeah.
T-E-N, number 10.
10, yes. So this, like I said, I made a video, and I got 20,000 views. So
20,000 views
on that one. Yeah, the first couple of housing viewings I did, like my number 9 house and that house. A few of them were popular.
Thanks, people.
I mean, yeah, it's just random. You never know when a video can go viral or whatever. I mean, for me that was viral because I had like 50 subs at the time, right?
Why did you think that one particular video went so viral?
Because it looked like a big house.
Oh, okay.
For Japanese standards. So it just looked like a nice house. You remember seeing that white house. So I thought about it, but I didn't get it.
Okay.
So basically, I had 10. I had the channel. And I like my name. Kick Assets is a pretty cool name. Is it on? Yeah, it's on. So I had my 10th house, my YouTube channel, and Kick Asses was a pretty cool name. Really like that. So, and I didn't think about making a channel on my own. It was somebody on Facebook commented, because I used to post all my housing videos, renovation videos, and buying houses on Facebook, and had a few commenters on there. One guy specifically said, "You're good at this. You should actually make a YouTube channel on this." And I kind of was like, at first, but said, okay, why not? And that's how that got started. And of course, you were one of the guys pushing it there too, right? Because my world originally was just in Facebook and people around me. Nobody knew about my empire or anything like that. But you're right. It's a crazy story. So much to the point where sounds like it's fake. Yeah. You know?
I'm sure a lot of people thought that this guy doesn't have 10 houses. Because a lot of people on YouTube are like that, right?
Yeah. Well, fake it till you make it kind of thing.
That's right.
But I'm the opposite. I come in the other angle. I'm not the media guy. I'm the real dude that comes in.
Real deal, folks.
With a heart of gold. Don't forget that.
Yeah. So 10, did you think that was it? There's no more, right?
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
That was it. I was done.
So how the heck did number 11 come along?
Well, because you got me to 10, basically I was watching YouTube and I had my channel and I was watching other guys. There was nobody else in this market, right? But there was this one guy, Shu Matsuya Post. As you may know, he interviewed me when I had 10 houses, funny enough.
What did you say his name was? Shu?
Shu, yes. So basically, he was making videos on how it's bad to invest in Japan. Population decline. Like he was trying to get popular on YouTube by making clickbait videos about the negativity on Japan. And I was like, dude, what are you doing? So I commented on one of his videos, thinking we would get into a battle. And he responded, oh, you got a really cool story. Can I come and interview you? And that's how that video came about. I didn't plan on that. I was like, he caught me off guard, to be honest. I'm like, okay. So he came over here, gave me a couple hour interview, you know, as good as it could get for that short of a time, because my stories are long, as you know. And it was just the timing of it is perfect, because that's when I had my 10th house. The timing came, if you come at 7, 9 or whatever, no, he came at 10, the magic number, 6-minute abs, you know. So he came right then, did the video, and that video started launching me on my YouTube. My YouTube channel was growing already, but it grew even faster because of that. But it also, my video helped him grow really fast. Because when he first came to see me, he had maybe 2,700 subscribers, and I think I had 700. So we were pretty close. So that video to this day has over 160,000 views on it, at least, So a lot of people found me through that video. And yeah, I didn't make any videos like this on my own channel until today. So he came over here, we did that, and he's like, wow, you've changed my mind. I changed his life for him. I pretty much...
You educated him, eh?
I educated him, everything. He didn't know anything about Japanese market. He was just spewing stuff on YouTube, right? And I corrected him on anything, and I changed his whole view on the whole business.
He schooled that Shu guy.
Well, you know, he was very humble on that day, so I was kind of surprised. Most people would be argumentative, but he was very...
Sounds like a really nice guy.
Who, me or him?
Shu.
Oh, okay. But anyhow, so basically, well, at the time, I mean, he wants to get knowledge from me at the same time, right? So he got all the knowledge he needed from me on that interview, and he changed his mind. And then he said to me, hey, why don't we work together and help clients buy houses?
Oh, what an idea.
What an idea. And why don't, because he's like, you have all these skills. A lot of people want to see your stuff and want to use your skills to buy houses. I'm like, no, they don't. What are you talking about? And then on top of that, we can make a course together. I'm like, okay. And I was hesitant at first. At first I said no a couple of times. No. And then I said, okay, if we do it together, I will do that. So he's like, okay. So we started working on helping clients buy houses in Japan together. So we helped maybe 6 or 7 people buy houses around here. And we also made a course. Well, I mean, I spent most of the time making on that course, and that'll be our next video. I'll talk about that in detail. But anyhow, so I made the course and we started on that. So that's what started like realizing that my skills were actually needed to people, because I wasn't aware of this. So I'm very thankful for him for doing that for me, to bring me to that world, because I would have never gone there. Because I was already, like I said, I'm content. 10's enough. I'm making enough money. I don't need any more.
Thanks, you.
Thanks, you. So anyhow, it basically got me over that next hump, and 10 was the magical number for that. And there was some time down the line where just Shu said, okay, let's work separately, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I still, to this day, I don't know why that happened.
Thanks, Shu.
But in some ways, it's good.
In a lot of ways, it's good.
Yeah.
But anyways, we'll save that for another video, yeah?
Yes, we will.
So,
basically, that's
11.
That's what it got me to number 11. So basically, I was helping clients. And of course, it got my itch going again, because as you're seeing properties. So number 11 came along when one of my clients wanted to go up to see a house in Ishikawa-ken, Nanao Prefecture, Hakuya, in that area. Okay, and I had my friend Steve coming as well. And Steve knows that you can't buy a house in Canada. He's like, I have $10,000 in the bank. What am I going to do? I can't buy any properties anywhere. I'm like, hey, Steve, come over here. You buy a house here. He's like, what are you talking about? Like, you know, it sounds like bullcrap for sure, right? 10 grand. And basically, when I went up to see my client, I brought Steve with us. We went all together. And we saw a bunch of properties at the same time. I saw some for myself, and I saw some for my client, and some overlapped. And we found one like was 2 million yen.
Oh,
yeah, 20K. 2 million yen. It was a decent looking house.
Yeah.
Beautiful area, big. Land was 400 meters squared around there, maybe 500.
Yeah.
Big house.
But that's
nice
nothing
parking.
like living out in Saitama, though, right?
No. No, but it's way in the middle of nowhere, kind of, right? But it's still a nice area. And I put an offer in for 1. They rejected it.
One meaning 1 million.
1 million yen, or 10K.
Not 1 yen, but yeah.
And then they counted at 1.5.
Yeah.
And I said, okay. So, and I told Steve about this. He's like, at first he was liking another house, but he's like, no, I want that house.
Yeah.
So basically we went in together. So I actually bought that house for him to live in.
So folks, 1.5 million is what he paid for how big of a house?
I think the house was 150 meters squared, 1,500 square feet, and the land was maybe 500-ish.
Okay.
Has a little bamboo forest in the backyard.
So that's got to be the cheapest house you've ever bought, right? 1.5 million?
No. but it's close. It's probably the second.
Stay tuned. Don't go anywhere, folks.
Yeah, stay tuned. Don't go anywhere, folks. Anyhow, if you want to see more of the details of these houses, you can watch the full videos. I haven't made a full houses from 9 and up. I made full videos on them because that's when I actually started making YouTube. Yeah. Every house before that, wasn't doing that, so I don't have that much details on those.
House number 20. Somebody pays him to take a house. Imagine that.
No.
Anyways.
So anyhow, so Steve was happy about that. That house actually took me. It's technically 11, but it took so long to get. It took over a year and a half to get that house.
Wow.
What
were some of the issues in that?
It could be labeled as 13 or 14. Anyhow, the issues on that house was twofold. One, the person selling it has dementia.
Yes.
So they're not sure if one of the relatives was trying to sell it instead of them.
Yeah.
And the government wasn't, or the judge wasn't allowing that to pass.
Yeah, one of the bummers of living in Japan, in other countries, you can have somebody sign on your behalf, right? But in Japan, and basically until that person dies, there's nothing they can do.
You can do it, but you have to get permission from the court, the judge. And it failed like 3 times, and the 4th time was a charge.
Dementia, it's hard, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
4th was a charm for us, or 3rd was a charm, one of those two. Anyhow, a year and a half later, finally done. The other issue was that part of it was the land was built separate into 5 parcels, I guess, and one of the parcels is farmland. So, as a foreigner, as a person abroad, you can't buy farmland, and as somebody local, you can only buy farmland if you're going to plan to be taking care of it all the time. So you have to kind of BS it a little bit in there, like I'll be there to do the gardening, because they don't want the weeds to overgrow. So I've talked about this in other videos.
But that being said, there are some ways to get around that. You can go to city office and get it changed over to.
That's correct. You can change it as well. Depending on the size. Smaller ones, yes, you can do that. Big ones, no.
Yeah.
So that was an issue we actually had to get through. And a year and a half later, we actually got it. Cool. So it was my 11th for the longest time.
Yeah.
Because I bought some after that and during that. So Steve was really ecstatic about that, which was really cool. But you like that house?
I've actually never been there, but I have seen the video. But some pretty cool for what it is.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's like
the price.
Yeah, it's my old style house, and that's my first property that I bought to not really make any money off it.
Yeah.
It's to give Steve a home and me a vacation home and something to say, hey, that's
Steve,
cool.
you're a lucky guy, buddy. Jeez.
Yeah. I'm a lucky guy to know Steve too. Steve's a great guy. So Steve, me, and that client, we all became good buddies. Client was a great guy too. So, okay. Which leads us to, I'm sure you have any questions about 11, or should I go to 12?
Let's just skip to 12, man. Go for it.
Okay. So 12 was purchased before 11, obviously, but 12 came just after 11. Basically, the second time I went up with the client to do his contract, okay, I had an hour to spare in Kanazawa City. I'm like, what am I going to do for an hour? Because
an hour to spare, that's where most people go and get a foot massage. Not Colin. What did he do in that hour?
Well, basically, because the trains only ran once an hour to get to the appointment we had to do for the client.
Yeah.
And so before I went, the night before, I was researching at home and properties in Kanazawa for kicks to see if there's one I can make for a video or whatever. Yeah. And I found the best property that was in 5 million yen range. Yeah. Because that's all I had at the time, right? You know, I'm just starting my empire again. And basically, as you know by now, everything rides to the skin of my teeth a lot of times. You know, I save up, and I never cracked over 16 million in my life because I just buy a house.
You know what's coming next? Most people are like, hi, how was your trip up there? Oh, did you get me a box of souvenirs, cookies, something? Colin, I bought an extra house while I was up there. So not a joke, by the way. This is like serious, yeah.
This is real life.
Yeah. So go ahead.
So basically, this agent's like, I said, I have an hour. Do you think there's a house I like? There's all of them looked like they were all beat up and stuff for that price range, but there was one that was 5 million that was in decent shape.
Yeah.
Now, it was a brand new washroom, okay kitchen. Yeah. It's good enough. So I said, hey, can you pick me up from the station and drive me there to see the house within like 20 minutes and bring me back to the station so I catch my train? I planned it all out. He's like, yeah, okay, I could do that. And he was the first agent that actually spoke English.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So he picked me up from the station, drove me to the house. I looked around. I'm like, this place is in great shape. It was it's a 50-minute walk from Kanazawa Station, bullet train station, and it's a 25-minute walk to Kenroku, the park, like a castle park there in Kanazawa. It's a real famous park. So I'm like, cool. And it's down near an old style street. And it was in decent shape. You could fit a small car for parking. It's at a bit of a dead end. Yeah, and I was just like, what the hell? It needed some renovations, obviously, which I did on my own. But I was like, oh, okay. I'm in a rush here. And there's somebody coming to see it after me. And he gave me this, I'm like, I like the house. He had an offer sheet right there. I'm like, I wrote down 4 million yen. I'm like, you know what? Whatever happens. I said, I really want this house. Yeah. Let's make this work. But I'm trying to get the best deal I can. I already knew 5 million was a decent deal already. But, you know, it's like, I was kind of like, sometimes you don't know, because I don't live in the area. Around here, I can handle the property. But I'm buying a property that I'm going to have to take care of. And it's a hassle when you buy far away like that. Yeah. And I know that now. So I put the 4 down. And I said, please don't sell to the next people coming. Yeah. And there were people coming from Taiwan that wanted to see it as well after me. Wow. And, you know, I just met the guy. So I'm just being nice and whatever, just being honest with him. Being honest works. Being down to earth and cool works. So I went up to see my client to finish up the contract for him. And while we were doing the contract paper, my phone rang and it was that agent calling me. Yeah, they accepted your offer. So I bought a house while helping a client. It's like, that was the weirdest, number one, my very first client. That was the funniest thing ever. I'm like, what the hell? Finishing a client for one house? Buying my own house, you know? And
ching, 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 ching.
Yeah.
Ching.
So basically, I think I put maybe, like after, like I had to pay like 600,000, 60, Rokujumayan, 600,000 to get the house and renovation. So I probably submitted 5.5 overall. So it's one of my highest ROIs because I'm renting it out for 800 now. Yeah. But I mean, it's a great location. I spent the time into it, right? And I loved it. And the funny thing is that on the contract day when we were signing it, I said, oh, whatever happened to those Taiwanese guys? Did they want the house? Actually, they did. Yeah. They offered full price.
Oh, wow. Which was how much again?
5 million yen. But the agent said, I really liked you and I wanted you to have the house.
You said that quite a few times.
Yeah. Well, it does happen a lot. It happens with my clients too.
Be nice, people.
Be nice. Oh, it's very important. It's be cool.
Save you a lot of money. Yeah.
So basically he told me that they wanted it, but one, he wanted to sell it to me, he said, and two, I'm guaranteed right there I'm local. They're coming from Taiwan, so you know, a deal might fall through. Yeah. And he didn't, they just want to help sell the house, right? Yeah. So I got lucky that he did that because he could have said, no, I'm going to sell it to them, you know. Yeah. Japanese agents, some if you're nice, they could be like that to you. Yeah. I've been chosen a few times for a lower price, which is weird.
Yeah, it's totally different from like where we come from. They'll just sell it to the highest bidder no matter what.
Yeah, exactly. But I don't know if they're telling the truth or not, but it feels like they're pretty genuine a lot of the times. And there's sometimes I actually found out it's the truth at the end of the day. So
this is your second house in that area, yeah?
Yeah.
Prefecture, yeah.
that prefecture.
Yeah.
It's about an hour away by train from my original house, 12.
Number
But it was
12,
such a potential ROI that I had to go for it. You know?
Do you have any other properties in that area?
Yes, I do.
Okay, would that be number 13?
13. Coincidentally enough, yeah, 13.
How did that come about?
Well, like I said, I went up to renovate 12. I spent a week in 12 renovating. I just slept there on the sofa. Still had the furniture in it. And I just lived there for a week. I took a week off my school, and I went up there for that week, and I renovated. And while I was staying there, you know, I went to see a couple of houses just for fun, for video sakes. And I met this agent, really nice guy, but I didn't buy any of the houses he wanted for me there. I was like, yeah, whatever, they're just junky, and I already had one. There was nothing like that stuck out. So, and I liked the agent. So my last day there, I had once again, an hour before my bullet train was leaving. Yeah. And the guy says, oh, you're leaving today? I'm like, yeah, I got an hour. He's like, oh, can I take you for lunch? And I said, no, I'm going to take you for lunch. Because he was a nice guy. Yeah. We're still friends now. He's actually helped a few of my clients. And basically he said, oh, I got a house you want to see. I'm like, no, that's okay. I want to take you for lunch. He's like, no, you want to see it? I'm like, okay, how much does it cost? He's like, oh, it's 700,000 yen. I'm like, what? Is that for real? I'm like, no, I don't want to see it. It's probably like a crap hole. Like,
wonder if that's the cheapest house he's bought. Stay tuned. 700,000 yen. Okay. Yes. How much is that in like Canadian dollars for some of us? That's mathematically
well, 7,000 Canadian dollars.
7,000 at today's
it's about 1 to 1
exchange rate.
Yeah, just take off the 2 zeros like pennies. 700,000 pennies.
7,000 Canadian dollars.
Yeah, 7,000 Canadian dollars. So basically, I said it's probably. I'm thinking it's a junker, like it's falling apart. Why would it be that cheap, right? And he's like, he literally spent 25 minutes speeding there. Yeah. Leaving me 10 minutes to see it and 25 minutes getting to my bullet train because I already booked my ticket. Yeah. And he pulled up. It was a private road up the side of a mountain with World War II caves. It was it was secluded. Yeah, yeah. It's 8 kilometers from the nearest station, 30-minute, and it's a 30-minute drive from 25-minute drive to Kanazawa's bullet train station. So even though it's remote and private, if you have a car, it's actually not that bad.
Not at all, yeah.
So and I walked up, we drove up. I'm like, private, and we opened the door. I'm like, this place is actually not bad at all. It was like similar condition to my man cave. Yeah. The rooms upstairs looked like they were renovated. The washroom and the kitchen were old tile and old crap, so I got to replace that or whatever. But I was like, whoa, okay. And the land was 500, I think, meters squared. The house was about 100 and something.
Meanwhile, you got how much time left to get to?
Oh yeah, I literally saw the place like 10 minutes. Took a quick video of it, and I was watching the video on the train.
You mean you didn't cancel your train?
No, I still want to catch my train. I've been away for a week, and I wanted to get home. I was tired, exhausted, and I had all my tools with me too. That's how you get stuff done. Yeah, yeah. There's another term for that. Yeah. So,
hey, speaking of getting stuff done, maybe you could pop up my little promotional video. We get stuff done, done. Maybe show that.
Yeah, but that will swear, so you might as well swear it here. It's called get shit done.
Okay. Anyways, so
anyhow, I was on the train. I'm like, how about 500? And he said, nah. How about 6? Whatever, I'm done. So I got it for 600,000 yen.
600,000.
So including all the fees, it was probably 700,000 yen. Wow. It was pretty low because at the time the rule didn't kick in yet, right?
So 600,000 yen, that's, you'd have to say...
It's like 4,000 American dollars.
Yeah. I mean, there'd probably be some houses you bought earlier in your journey that were, fees-wise, more expensive than the entire house, correct?
Pretty much. Yeah.
Insane, right?
That's insane. It's insane. About, right? Yeah. At the time, I was panic buying, but I'm like, I said, you can't go wrong with this.
You can't, you know.
You could flip it for more than that. I mean, even though it was that low, the house is not worth that low.
Hopefully you can pop up the picture of the caves on the screen here.
I will.
You know, just in case, North Korea sends over some missiles. If anyone's looking for a great place with shelters, bunkers, boom.
Yeah, that place was designed for World War II caves, actually. But it never got affected, so it was useless.
So there you go, folks. Great place. Have you got that rented out now?
No, that's the only place. I still haven't. I went up there to rip out the kitchen, fix the floor, but I still got to go up again to do more renovations.
Okay.
It's been a year. I've been so busy, man. I'll get to it. Yeah. But if I could rent that place out, that ROI would be insane, right?
It will be.
If I could even rent it out for $400.
What do you think about you can get for that place?
Well, it's a house.
Yeah.
I mean,
with parking and what's the land size?
500.
Oh, that's nice.
It is nice. Like the agent's like, just rent it out for 300. Just be nice. I'm like, yeah, okay, whatever.
50,000 yen, I'd say. Yeah,
50. Whatever. It's not a concern of mine right now. It's just cool to have as a trophy. Just say I bought a house for.
Yeah.
I pretty much bought it to make that video. Okay. How I bought a house for $4,000 and a lot of people make those clickbait bullshit videos and I don't have any of those and I don't like making those, but I can make one where it's actually true.
There's this bullshit video that ain't bullshit.
It's real. It's like, even I'm sitting there like, what the hell, man? So that was my cheapest house. Okay, sorry, there's no more surprises.
So far. Who knows what 19, 20, 21, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 brings.
Yeah, but that's pretty low.
Yeah.
Like,
anyways, once you get that rented out, that's going to be amazing. I mean,
Yeah.
you could probably
you can pay it off for in a year.
Yeah, getting your money back.
Yeah.
Even with renovations in under 2 years.
Yeah,
for
2
sure.
years, right? So
that's awesome.
Yeah, renovation is going to cost more than the house itself.
Yeah,
Maybe
yeah,
3 years, okay, but still, it's just cool to have, you know, whatever,
sure,
and the taxes are low enough. So